personally, so I had fun reading World War Hulk. But Planet Hulk ultimately is just the better story. World War Hulk is literally just Hulk being angry.
So one guy said, just to complete another letdown after Planet Hulk. I was really disappointed and bored by this after Planet Hulk. To be fair, I'm not a Hulk fan most of the time. Also, it wasn't really World War Hulk, more like mostly fighting Americans in America Hulk. I'd have to agree with that.
I was about to say, yeah, I definitely agree. And like he's, I mean, I'm not really like a big Hulk connoisseur. But yeah, I feel like Planet Hulk like actually made me care about Hulk, but like World War Hulk, it was pretty much like just maybe watch Hulk come back to Earth and just start beating ass, you know? Like that was
Yeah,
it.
it was very basic. I gave it a 6.4 out of 10.
Damn.
What did you give it?
That's a lot lower than what I gave it. Like I thought it was still great. I mean,
The action was great.
I gave it like a 7.8. Like it was still
Geez, that's
good.
too high.
It was still good. I've like a 6 point something. To me, that's just like okay, like decent, you know?
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
all it was.
but it still had some good parts, like, which
Um,
we'll obviously get into later, but damn, okay. So
well,
you really didn't enjoy it that much.
the good parts I mentioned before we get into spoilers is the beautiful artwork. I mean, that was fantastic. The fight
Yes.
scenes, the concept was great about like Hulk versus everybody else, and the hold on, the title is fantastic. World War Hulk.
Oh yeah.
That's what made me want to read it originally. But the dialogue was corny. I can give an example right here.
I'll take the giant. Ronan, you and Echo get the girl.
Man, you get all the fun.
So spoiler free for like everybody, like for people that haven't read this, like the setup is very simple. Like first off, you have to read Planet Hulk to understand World War Hulk, really. Because if not, you're gonna be very, very much confused. But like after everything that happens on like Sakaar, like Hulk comes back to Earth looking for the people that ended up sending him there, and he's just essentially wanting to destroy their life. That's the whole thing. He's just angry at them.
So I gave it a 6.4. You gave it a 7.8. We both agree at Planet Hulk was better. But look at this Reddit comment. This guy said, I didn't like Planet Hulk at all, but really liked World War Hulk and its tie-ins. Planet Hulk was dragged too much, in my opinion.
Okay, well that's a ridiculous take. I think like yes, there were like maybe some parts that Planet Hulk that dragged, but like the I thought the pacing was like great because like it was kind of nonstop action, really.
It was
So
nonstop action.
so I don't really like understand like that aspect of it. Like World War Hulk was literally just cool. I'm in Earth. I'm gonna beat the people that sent me. That's it.
This guy describes it the best. I feel like some story arcs are mostly about having the main character punch a series of famous characters, and in World War Hulk is one of those. They can be fun, but there usually isn't much depth to the plot. And there was zero depth to the plot.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I didn't feel that emotional like connection that you felt like in Planet Hulk. Like you actually got to connect with all these different characters throughout it and all this other stuff. Um and just yeah, with World War Hulk, like I just feel like that didn't really happen much.
And
Like
and the fighting was cool, but like there was no back and forth. It was Hulk being pure dominant until the end. This guy says one of the best stories of that decade, the decade being 2007.
2007, well, I don't think I've read, if I have, I can't remember, but I don't think I've read anything from like around that time. So maybe it was when it came out, but now we've gotten so much good content. It's I'm sorry, yeah, it's not. It's
Yeah.
not anywhere close.
Actually, Great Lake Avengers came out in I think 2002. If correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 2005. But Great Lake Avengers is the best story of that decade, of the 2000 to 2010 decade.
Yeah, if it did come out that time, then I do agree. Great Lake Avengers was actually very had a very surprising like story throughout and all the different type of characters.
There's one last Reddit post I want to show you, and I think this guy has the best explanation of it all.
Man, that's a long
So,
one.
It is a long one, but he said Planet Hulk was incredible, World War Hulk was trash. He says, understand that Marvel had secret invasion coming, so they couldn't do anything to mess up the storylines, like killing characters, etc. So he accomplishes basically everything he does in the first mission, or sorry, the first issue before fighting anyone who wants to expose the Illuminati, which he did. So the rest is pointless, like this guy says. Conveniently, Iron Man's weapons stop working, and the Hulk loses in the first issue, and the whole thing is over. Conveniently, Sentry doesn't want to leave the house. The second he does, the entire thing's over. I know Sentry has that whole, what is it called?
Like the Void.
No, he has the void, but his fear, he's
Oh,
agoraphobic.
yeah. I'm
But
glad you
you
remember that because I don't.
so he's like agoraphobic, but like it is kind of convenient that he doesn't leave until the fifth issue. And this guy, he also says Cho, meaning Amadeus Cho, who I know very little about. I only know him from Planet Hulk. You know Amadeus
Yeah,
Cho, Miguel?
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Amadeus.
the last issue of Planet Hulk.
Well, he basically says Cho exists by a massive margin. He's my least favorite Marvel character. He says Hulk is never killed. Then Hulk immediately lists all the times he's killed. Cho just waves it away. That was war. This is literally war right now. Hulk killed a bunch of aliens on his way to Earth. What is Cho even talking about? And then it is the definition of mad. I do disagree here at the end, though. Absolutely awful artwork. It was not awful.
No, I was about to say it definitely had some great artwork, especially like the action sequences and stuff, and especially like closer to the end, which
He says here, which I agree with, lame twist to completely absolve the Illuminati. The twist being that um, Meek was behind it all, and it sucked. Like I thought that sucked, man. Like
yeah,
Meek, I get it. They were kind of hinting at it in Planet Hulk, but where were the repercussions for him?
there weren't, and that's reading it. That's where I was getting very like I understood where Hulk was coming from, but I was also getting frustrated with Hulk, in the sense that like we knew from Planet Hulk that at least like I knew that like Meek was behind it, but I also thought Brood was
Yeah.
behind it as well, which apparently she wasn't. It was just Meek. And I was just getting frustrated because Hulk is like doing all this, and then it's almost like they forgot everything, like the whole character arc they built for Planet Hulk completely went out the window with World War Hulk, because
And
like he did not want to listen to anybody at all, like hear them out, nothing, like it just completely went out the window.
and I want to mention what you brought up with Brood, because correct me if I'm wrong, in Planet Hulk, they were kind of hinting that it was Brood's idea. I know they kind of hinted that Meek was doing something bad, but wasn't it because Brood initiated that thought?
I can't remember. I think it might have been Meek, and Brood just kind of like agreed, but I don't think she agreed to obviously, freaking detonate a bomb and kill off the whole planet.
Okay, that might have been it. I'll pull up the issue there anyways. But um, basically, the whole wrap up with the Warbound, there was no wrap up,
No,
and we
like
went through the
it just
Warbound
pretty much
forever.
like again forgot just everything that happened in Planet Hulk, and everything that they built in Planet Hulk just again just didn't matter for this issue, for this whole five issues.
Yeah, just five issues, and ultimately at the end, okay, so I get that they couldn't make any drastic changes because it was part of the main storyline, the main Marvel storyline. They couldn't kill off any characters, etc. They had to bring Hulk back to Earth, but it almost feels like the journey was pointless. Like if it ended at Planet Hulk, I think it would be great,
Mm-hmm.
but there was no wrap up with the Warbound, and then he gets put inside like a super secret prison.
Yeah, essentially, I mean, kind of similar to how Planet Hulk started. Obviously, not getting sent to like space or anything, but it was the same kind of ordeal. Like it just kind of restarted again, just like, all right, well, now we're just gonna secure Hulk again. That way, he doesn't do anything again.
And I tell you what, this would be a fantastic movie, but okay, the concept would be a fantastic movie. And if a director wanted to make this a movie, they would have so much freedom because the book's not that great. The plot is not great at all. I'm so disappointed. I've been wanting to read this for so long. Some people online hyped it up as like a legendary book. But if they made it a movie and they got a guy to have a lot of creative freedom, it could be something special because the concept is
Oh,
something
for sure.
special.
Yeah. Um, I definitely think it would definitely work. Like I said, I really wish they would have done like a Planet Hulk movie and then,
They did.
do like a
Oh,
live action.
MCU.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like
Yeah.
MCU and not skip over that whole thing.
Yeah.
And then like, come like an Avengers type movie, you could easily do like a World War Hulk movie, but better than the comic.
Oh, it'd be phenomenal. And or they could even do like a just a one-off World War Hulk animated movie.
Yeah, that too. But what I will say, what I really the good parts that I enjoyed
Okay,
was
the
the
good parts.
fact that Hulk was literally just dog walking everybody. Like
He was.
he was just going one after one, which in itself was also kind of a con that I had was why the hell did they all just separate if they knew Hulk was coming for them?
Yeah.
I never understand. I feel like they could have easily taken care of Hulk if they all would have kind of just worked together.
Possibly.
Especially if you had Black Bolt and Doctor Strange. Like those just right there.
So, okay, I know it mentions in one issue that Hulk is now the second strongest because he beat Black Bolt, and Black Bolt was previously the second strongest.
Yeah.
However, I heard that they retconned it and that Black Bolt was like a Kree or something, but I might be wrong about that one. But essentially they retconned that, so Black Bolt is still the second most powerful.
Hmm. Okay. Interesting. I didn't I didn't know that. Here's the part I didn't expect. So reading World War Hulk, um, after Planet Hulk actually kind of made me understand why they wanted Hulk gone. And before anybody like says anything, like I'm not saying like the Illuminati was right at all by any means. They weren't. They betrayed him. They essentially played God, and made the decisions for him. Um, but again, I mean, when he comes back to like Earth, he pretty much just starts tearing through everything. Like almost to the end, I kind of caught myself. I was just like, okay, I kind of understand why they were scared to send him away because like as much as he does good, he does just as much damage or bad.
I no, I actually I totally get why, but it's just maybe they could have been, I don't know. I don't know.
They could.
I get why.
I about to say, don't get me wrong. Their decision, like it was wrong. Like they could have easily done. I mean, you had some of the smartest people. They
On the
could have
planet,
easily
yeah.
figured out something. Um, but like you can be on Hulk's side, like emotionally, like going back through like everything that happened on Planet Hulk. Um, but you can still look at the destruction and everything that he did, not just to Black Bolt, Iron Man, Reed Richards, and Doctor Strange, but to the other characters that had no involvement whatsoever in him getting sent away. So like She-Hulk and like the Thing, Invisible Woman, like
Yeah, there was no need to
he
attack
pretty
them.
much he enslaved them.
Yeah.
He enslaved them and literally made them watch Iron Man, Doctor Strange, all that like fight essentially to the death.
But wasn't his point that basically these superheroes have a law of their own? Like they all act like they're above the law, so he wanted to teach them all a lesson?
Yes, there was a segment where like it said, like all these different characters. So again, like Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Reed Richards, like each of them, like they're so smart. They're so cocky and confident in themselves. Like they've done some shit. Like don't get me wrong. They've definitely messed up a couple things like in Earth, and they just it's just whatever for them. But I think Hulk just took it a little too far. Like I was just
Yeah.
like, all right, this is like cool, but like I was like, I think this is taking it a little too far, especially going after other characters that again were not involved whatsoever in what happened to him.
Yeah, it was definitely too far. I also think it was weird because at one point the story was stretched out a little bit. Even 5 issues was like you could tell it was a bit stretched out. But then on the other hand, it's called World War Hulk. I thought there would be a lot more depth to it and it would be like years long war or something like that. It's just over a course of what, a day or two?
I think so. Yeah, it doesn't take very long.
Yeah, so it doesn't really the book does not live or the comic does not live up to the title. One of the coolest title names, I gotta admit.
Yes, but yeah, that was probably one of like my bigger. Again, it goes back to the whole thing where I was saying like I feel like they just completely forgot what they built up in Planet Hulk, and then World War Hulk was literally just kind of like, all right, we're just it's just gonna be nonstop destruction. That's all we're gonna give you. Like World War Hulk is like if I had never read a Hulk comic
It's
before,
fun.
it's fun, but that is exactly what like my first thought is of Hulk. Is
Right.
just Hulk angry, Hulk smashed. That's it. That
Right.
is
Just
literally
pure
World War
destruction.
Hulk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the things where I was just like, man, we just completely forgot what we built in Planet Hulk to just destroy everything in this
Planet
one.
Hulk, Planet Hulk is definitely superior. They kind of ruined the whole Warbound with World War Hulk if they ended it on even honestly, you could argue the last issue of Planet Hulk wasn't that great. The way Meek and Brood kind of turned, it, you could argue that.
Yeah, but like, I think throughout like the previous issues, it kind of builds, especially Meek, it builds Meek to this person where like, or I guess organism or whatever you want to call him, to where he just doesn't want to stop because now he's just kind of in this like war mentality and he doesn't want to stop war. So he ends up concocting that whole thing to keep Hulk mad and to keep it going in Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Overall, I wanted to read this for years, just a little disappointed, but it is fun. It still is just a bit of fun, so and it's short, so
Yeah.
I'm
But
I'm yeah.
so all right, question here. Who do you think got embarrassed the worst?
Oh shit.
Cuz like Iron Man got humbled, Reed got humbled, Strange got humbled. It was like I mean, even like Black Bolt, dude.
Okay, so Black Bolt looks like he got messed up the most, even though it was off screen, I guess. Um, I will say the one who held his own the best, aside from Strange and obviously Sentry, was the Thing. I thought the Thing's entrance was very cool when he jumped down off the building,
Oh yeah.
landed, and then I think they punched each other a few times. He didn't last long, but I just thought he had the most to give.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, it's a thought that counts. But
But yeah, I for me, it would probably have to honestly be Black Bolt. I think he got very much embarrassed because he was very cocky until he wasn't.
and he's supposed to be the second strongest. It's a shame that that battle didn't go into more depth, but I get why it's like, oh, he's the second strongest, and then he comes back with Black Bolt's like beaten up body, which is kind of cool. Still would have liked to see the fight though.
Yeah, which I mean tells you kind of like where Hulk is at that moment. Like it shows you
Yeah.
he's kind of operating on like a completely different level.
Oh yeah.
And that's it's kind of part of the fun. But yeah, I just I don't know. It was for me it was a good. it was a good comic. For you, apparently, it was not.
It was fun. That's all I can say about it. It was fun.
It
But
was.
question, where
Answer.
was Thor? I know the main storyline has probably something to do with it, but where was Thor?
I think they talked about it. I think Thor died.
Really?
Yeah, I think they said it in the and I mean in the comments you can let me know, but I'm pretty sure I remember them saying because they had brought it up, and I think they had said that, or no, maybe it was Captain America.
No, yeah, you're right. Captain America died, but I don't think they ever said what happened
I
to Thor.
I thought Thor died too. Maybe that's why. But I again, you can let me know if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. If I'm not, well, um, but yeah, I don't know where Thor was at. But speaking on another very powerful opponent, can we talk about like Sentry actually finally showing up at the end?
Yeah, that was very cool. So I guess Sentry lost at the end, kinda.
See, I took it as kind of like a stalemate,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
which to me, I was just like, okay, cool. Like Hulk is like very strong. It shows you like how angry he is, but it kind of is also like, all right, like if you can go toe to toe, like stalemate with Sentry, like I mean, I don't know. I feel like some of the characters were maybe a little bit like nerfed, or they did some things with the characters that I don't know.
Possibly.
Like
Or
the
that.
whole Doctor Strange situation where he sent him to like his own mind or whatnot.
Yeah,
And Doctor Strange let his guard down, and then Hulk literally grabbed his arms and freaking squeezed them and broke them.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
like
that was
I don't.
cool.
It was cool, but I don't know if like Doctor Strange would actually. I feel like he'd be a little bit more cautious and not let his guard down so easily. That's just me though.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I feel like
I
he's more calculated than
He's
that.
definitely, and same with Tony and Reed Richards as well. Like they're both more calculated. So I think that shows a bad, I hate to say it, but a little bit lack of bad writing, or just that's a double negative, but a little bit of bad writing. Um, because yeah, you're like you said, they probably should have put up a better fight, a smarter fight. Maybe they're just trying to show Hulk is so OP that it doesn't matter, but I didn't get that feeling.
See, but that's a good. So the whole OP thing, like I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. You know what I mean? Because like you like it because it's fun. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, he's fucking going to town on everybody, right? But then after a while, you're like, okay, well, like now I know he's just gonna keep beating these people, and like no one's gonna like stop him. Like he's
Yeah.
just OP, and then after a while, it's like, okay, well now it's not like as interesting because there's no you don't feel like the stakes, you know.
Here's another thing.
At least that's how
From
I felt.
from the very beginning, you knew Sentry was going to come and beat him because they went to go talk to Sentry.
Yeah,
So
it took him a whole 5 issues to get
took him a
there.
whole 5 issues. So every single issue, like Strange is going up against him, the someone else is going up against him, the Fantastic Four, etc. You know they're gonna lose. Like it kind of sucks that like as the
Yeah,
reader, you already know they're gonna lose because you know Sentry's coming, and that made it less entertaining.
yeah, because it's just like, all right, we're just gonna see these people get beat up
Exactly.
over
Yeah.
and over and over again.
That's
But
over.
I have another question for you. So I don't think people talk about it enough. Do you think Hulk like actually won? Because like think about it. Like he beats everybody, he gets revenge, he like humiliates the people he blames. He even, I mean, humiliates other people that again weren't even part of the whole ordeal. But like, now what? Like he doesn't get like Sakar back. He doesn't get the life he built back. Like he doesn't get like what's her name? Uh, the his wife. He doesn't get his wife back. Like he doesn't really get
Pyera.
peace, Like all he does is he gets revenge.
Yeah.
And, that's it. He doesn't really ultimately get any closure.
Yeah,
He
no,
just gets imprisoned again.
and that's probably why the ending sucks because he just feels like he's lost again, like he can never get a win.
But that's just me, and we're not trying to, insult the comic by any means. It was a fun read,
It's fun.
but it was lacking in a lot of places.
I think I think your 7.8 is generous. I'm sticking with my 6.4.
I thought so. For me, the biggest things, like the biggest things for it was like the art and the pacing. The pacing was solid because I mean, it was action for action for action for action. I didn't like that, we had to wait for Sentry for the last issue, but that was about it. And then
Yeah.
obviously the art was great. So I think that's where, like, I have my own little rating system. So okay, screw you. It's a 7.8.
Fair
But
enough.
actually talking about all that, I just came up with like a little hot take. I actually think Planet Hulk is so good that it actually makes World War Hulk worse.
No, I think if anything, Planet Hulk is just good. It's not great. It is pretty good. And World War Hulk just sucks. I mean, in terms of plot, it's just fun. That's it.
So you agree
I
with
almost
me
think I almost think Planet Hulk is a bit overrated.
Wait, back up. So you agree with me then, right?
No, because you're saying
'Cause
that
you
World War
say-
Hulk is bad because it's good. Because Planet Hulk is so good.
Yeah. Because
No,
Planet Hulk is actually a good comic, and then you will go to World War Hulk, and it's just worse because you're kind of, you finish reading Planet Hulk and then you go to World War Hulk, but Planet Hulk is like a lot better than World War
Right.
Hulk.
But no, look, if World War Hulk was a standalone, it still wouldn't be good. It might be less good if it was a standalone.
Okay. Well, I guess agree to disagree. But to answer your other question, yes, I do think World War Hulk is overrated.
Planet Hulk. I said Planet Hulk was overrated.
Oh, you said Planet Hulk. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Planet Hulk was properly rated,
That's fair.
at least from like the ratings I saw. I think it felt right because it wasn't like from the places I saw, it wasn't like a 9 out of 10 or rated at like a 9 out of 10 or anything like that. I think it
See,
was
that's
like
what I saw.
right in between like a 4.2, 4.3 out of like 5. So it's kind of where we had kind of landed on Planet Hulk. But
See,
I think World War Hulk is definitely overrated.
Yeah, but I was also wherever I saw Planet Hulk, they were saying that it was a must read. I don't think it's a must read. It's good, but it's like an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's Planet Hulk's definitely not one I'd reread. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a good one to read and be done. That's it.
Yeah, and if you want to read it, definitely read it, but
Yeah,
it's not a must read.
And if you want to listen to us talk about Planet Hulk, then you can go into our channel and check it out. Should be somewhere in there. But overall, World War Hulk gets a 7.8 out of me. Maybe a little less talking about it. 7.6. We'll go a little bit farther down.
Yeah.
It was a good comic. It was a good event. Like what was going on. I had great action, like a whole bunch of action. But that's really it. That's all I had.
Yeah, take this concept.
Really didn't
try
have
it
much
again.
else.
Oh yeah.
But look, maybe we're right. Maybe we're completely wrong. But I think we're a little bit right. Maybe a little bit of both. Who knows? But I think that's kind of the point. If you've read World War Hulk, like let us know where you land, because I feel like this is one of those stories where people kind of argue about forever. And I mean, you can tell right now, like I was expecting to really enjoy it, but to me, it wasn't there. But yeah, if you enjoyed hanging out with us, make sure to follow the show, stick around, because we've got some more comics, some movies, shows, and other nerd nonsense coming our way. So yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.